Welcome to this homecoming weekend. I am André Pronovost with Pierre Chevalier, Adjutant Associé à la Brigade, et Chantale Rivard, coordinatrice chapitre Fort Saint-Jean. Pierre, could you tell us about the old brigade, what it is, and what is the objective of this?
Certainly. The old brigade was inaugurated in 1950 by Brigadier Agnew. Every year after that, all those celebrating 50 years since they enter one of the military college were inducted into the old brigade. This organization uh, with a unique tie and beret always has the right of way or the right of line on the parade at the Fin de Semaine des Retrouvailles. Also to note is the tradition that the members of the old brigade hand over to new officer cadet the RMC Association commemorative coin. The first coin were presented by Lieutenant Colonel retired Doug Youngson, who was the executive director of the RMC Club around 1995. It was decided then that each officer cadet would have a pewter coin or pewter medallion engraved at his college number. A few years later, the old brigade adjutant, Brigadier General Michael Weber, offered the service of the old brigade to present the commemorative coin to the officer cadets following the completion of the obstacle course. So this is, in a nutshell, what the old brigade is.
Pierre, could you tell us about this weekend? I know that it's quite special, and because there is several events and where the old brigade is involved. So, could you tell us a little bit more about this weekend?
Yes, this year is special because over the past 2 years, we had this COVID pandemic, and the classes of 1970 and 1971 were inducted via Zoom or virtually. In 2020, the entry class of 1970 were inducted in September 2020. There were over 100 members across Canada present on their Zoom. They were able to meet after 50 years, some after 10 years, some after a few years, and they were able to discuss or rememorate their souvenirs over the past 50 years. They were over 7 hours on the Zoom. As for the class of 1971, last year in 2021, they were inducted by Zoom and in presence. They were gathered in Quebec City in October under a convention because of the COVID. They had roughly 20 members with their spouses in presence at the Chateau Frontenac and over 15 members by Zoom across Canada that participated in some of the activities. They had a pre-meeting on the Friday night called a TGIF in our words, where they registered and so on. On the Saturday, they had a few visits, and in the afternoon, they were inducted. I was there in presence to do the ceremony, and they were roughly 20, 23, 24 in the room, plus over 15 on the Zoom. During the evening, they had a dinner with the same amount of people with their spouses. And on the Sunday morning, they had a commemorative mass at the Cathedral of Quebec City for the lost ones. They terminated their weekend with a visit of Quebec City on the St. Lawrence River. Now, in 1972, the class that celebrates its 50th anniversary in 2022, we are in presence with at the Military College in Saint Jean. The three classes will be on parade to be inducted. There will be roughly 50 to 60 person of the O Brigade, and I hope that an equal number of ex-cadets for the other squadron. The normal weekend will happen with the TGIF on the Friday, where the O Brigade will gather in a room adjacent to the main room, and at roughly around 17:30, and at 1800 hours, I will make them enter into the main room, where every members will present themselves by name and college number. On the Saturday, those that will want to attend the obstacle course, we have the ex-cadet wall, which is an obstacle of amongst the 10. They're welcome to be there. In the afternoon, the parade, and at 1800 or 1730, again, the old brigade will gather in a room adjacent to the main room in the extase, and will enter the main room with me, and this time with their spouses. Will go around the dance floor, and they will resume at their table under the applause of all other members as usual. So this is well, there's something else. It is the 70th anniversary of the college, with the class of 1952, who will be represented by Mr. Bill Lynn, who will be our special guest. He will be on the day on the podium for the parade, and he will be our guest at the dinner. Hopefully, I wish that more than one or two members of the class of 1952 will be on the parade, but considering the time since 1952, those gentlemen are aged 90 or about. So this is in a nutshell what will happen with the classes and the parade.
So, Pierre, you talk about the inductions for the Friday and the Saturday, the TGIF and the dance. However, could you tell us a little bit more about the parade? What will happen? How we gonna use the ground, if you wish, and what you will do to present all the groups?
Okay. the the gathering will be is called for 13:30 next to the Saint Maurice mess, adjacent to the parade square. And around 2 o'clock, I will form two squadrons, one with old brigade members, new old brigade members, i.e., classes of 70, 71, and 72, and the second squadron with all other members of ex cadets. We will be called to enter the parade square by the CWC, and I'll march the two squadrons right in front of the wing. I'll halt them and prepare them for the reception of the flags, the guest of honors, and once they entered, I will present myself with the CWC to the dais and ask to be inspected. The guest of honor will come through the two squadrons, inspect them. I'll return in front of the squadrons. The guest of honor will inspect the wing, and upon return, I will be called. Oh, well, there will be the prayer by the padre, and then I'll be called to the podium to induct the old brigade. Once done, I will ask the commandant to move to the front to receive the gift from the three classes. A check will be installed on a easel and will be presented to the commandant officially. Classes of 70, roughly 18,000, a class of 71, 40,000, and class of 72. I don't know yet. They're still collecting funds and gathering people. Once done, I will march out the ex-cadet, and some of the ex-cadet will gather behind the officer cadet that will be lined up to distribute the coins and medallion. So I expect about three old brigade members behind each of the 12 officer cadet. They will walk each rank, distribute the medallion, and come back to their seat. There will be seat reserved for all ex-cadets will be on parade and their spouses. Once the speeches are done and the guest of honors have left, the flags have left, the cadet wing will march past to salute the new members of the old brigade, which will stand in front of the dais. And as soon as it is complete, I'll reform up the two platoons very quickly and march ahead of the cadet wing to the ex-cadet monument for the picture. And that is the end of the parade.
Thank you, Pierre. So I know there is, beside the official activities, we have other activities, and each class are processing or will do something for themselves and to their member to the class. So could you tell us a little bit more about those activities?
Yes. Class of 1970, when they graduated in 75, they offer the bell to the officers, the cadet officers mess Saint Maurice. So the bell has been restored with a new rope and a new gong. And at on Saturday noon, they will the class will present themselves at the Saint Maurice, and they will ring the bell for each lost member that of their class. The class major, Daniel Redburn, has invited two other classes of 71 and 72 to participate if they want to. Other than that, the class of 1970 will walk a circle around the parade square. As we older ex-cadet know, uh, circles were penalties to cadets for everything, dust, uh, not walking properly, etc. And they are calling this le circuit du souvenir. So before the parade, the class of 1970 will walk around the parade square once. For the class of 1971, they will be at the Saint Maurice on Saturday after the obstacle course to see the bar because they paid for with their contribution. And thereafter, they will move to the Dextras for lunch, at which time they will present their commemorative book. They've produced a book which has been registered under ISBN uh, of over close to 400 pages with all members' biography, anecdotes, pictures, souvenirs, career, civilian or military. And so they will present the book. They've had 80 copies printed, and they will distribute their copy to their members who paid for. One copy will go to CMR Saint Jean, will be presented to an officer cadet and who will give it to the La Haye Library. One will be presented to the museum, and one will be presented to RMC because some members were part of RMC. On Sunday morning, the class of 71 has organized a commemorative mass at the Saint Jean Cathedral for their lost one. They're expected to have two of the families of the lost ones present. Again, the invitation was sent to by Michel Dagenet to class of 70 and 72 to participate if they wanted to. For the class of 1972, they're still gathering members, and they have a fund collector for their their souvenir to the college. They're still in progress, even that late. So I have no details of their class. So this is in a nutshell what is happening with the 3 classes.
Thank you, Pierre. And it's now we know a little bit more. I would say more than a little bit. We know much more about this home weekend and the participations and the induction and the process. So it's going to be great. I really believe that's going to be great. There is no way that we miss this great weekend after almost 3 years now since the last one. So Chantale, could you give us a little bit more about the program?
So thank you, André. So as Pierre said, it's going to be a full-packed weekend. And even though it's not written on the program, we will have the golf tournament for the foundation on Thursday. So people will be starting the celebrations on Thursday, followed Friday, starting at 3:00 from the annual general meeting for the foundation, and members are welcome to participate. And they will also have a quick visit of the new building, Saint-Maurice building. Then you will have the TGIF, of course, and we will have there the presence of the foundation, the museum, and the Fort Saint-Jean branch to submit some nice information. And if you want to buy some souvenirs, we will have all available for you there. We would suggest that you bring cash to all the events. It will be easier, but there's an ATM machine on site, so you will be more than welcome to go there. On Saturday, we will start, as for the branch, the obstacle race at the wall will start around 8:30, but people are welcome to come to the site around 7:30 a.m. if you want to check it out and see all the obstacles. Right after, you have the parade, followed by the group photo. And if people are still in great shape, or if they want to sit down, this is an idea. You can go to the very special presentation from the museum at 4 p.m. at the Saint-Maurice building. It's exclusively for the members or the ex-cadets and their families, and they have something very interesting to present to you. Then, of course, it will be the dinner at 6:30. You will have, Mr. Pierre said, everything that's going to happen, but we will have some extra fun. And this is what I'm excited about. I will show you. We will have a photo booth. Yay! So you will be welcome to come and have your picture taken, and you can receive your picture by email in a few seconds after that. So it's free, by the way. So please join. I'm going to be the photographer. So please come and enjoy the photo. We also have the museum that will be open both days, Friday and Saturday, to visit if you want to, and it's free also. So I think that's about what we will have as for the chapter, for Saint-Jean chapter. Branch, sorry, I was going to say, I'm not going to say chapter, I'm going to say branch, but I said chapter, sorry. All right, so yeah, so this is it, André. I think we have all the information. Oh, I want to add, because talking about the book, on our website that you see down the address, we have preview of the book from the class of 1971, if you want to take a look. So go to Old Brigade and you will be able to find the class and find their book. So please visit the website. There you go.
So thank you, everyone. We welcome you. It's important. It's a real important days, and we need to attend. We need to see you. But actually, we are about 210 people for the dinner, and I'm hoping to have something like in between 250 and 300 people, members for the TGIF. Also, as you could see, you could notice that since a year we have improved a lot our communications, facilities, and so on and so forth. And we need you. We need you to attend. We need you to look at our site, to read our Facebook and all the media that we are using to try to contact with you guys. So thank you very much. You're welcome. Thank you, Pierre. Thank you, Chantal.
Thank you, André. Thank you, Pierre.
Merci.